Can you lease a car if you have bad credit? It's a question that comes up, and I think it should come up a lot more. The answer is going to be in this video. It's one I think that you should consider if you have credit challenges. You typically only have a couple of options, right? A long-term loan with a very high interest rate on a high mileage car that you don't even want to drive, versus considering leasing and having a brand new vehicle that's under warranty for the whole time you have it while you're rebuilding your credit. Stick around this video to get these questions answered. We're going to get started right now. So for whatever reason, guys, I never hear people talking about this. You always hear these commercials where all credit apps accepted and we've got a car for any type of credit situation. You know, you've heard these commercials, right? They're typically set up to put people into used vehicles for long-term loans in vehicles that have higher miles, which I have never been a fan of, because I'm always thinking about how can I give you a successful journey to move you to the next car or the next position in life, not how can I sell a car. That's why it's never been part of my business paradigm. So when I have people that come in and talk to me and they have credit challenges, I present options to them that will put them in positions to win. And if you can do this or follow some of these steps for yourself, you can win as well. So what is challenge credit? It's basically, for this video, we're not doing a whole credit video, but anything less than like 650. Like if you have a credit score that's between 600 and 650, you're in a much different bracket than someone who has over a 720 score. Once you have a 740 score, it's typically A++, and you're going to get the best rate, the cheapest amount of money to lease that vehicle. But face it, bad things happen to good people. Sometimes you have a medical emergency or something happens and your credit gets challenged because you can't afford to take care of that debt. And that's okay. It just is what it is. You're still good people. I think that looking at all your options could help you rebuild and get going in a faster situation if you choose to look at these leases. So yes, you can lease vehicles with challenged credit. However, you may face a higher rate. You may face, you may have to get a vehicle that you don't really love, which, write this one down. You don't have to be in love with your car. It should check a lot of boxes, like not hurt your back, have enough seating capacity for your entire family, be able to perform the jobs you needed to do, and have most of the technology that you would like. But being in love with the car is a different situation. One I always try to tell myself, wow, if I need to be in love with the car, I probably can't afford it. So if you find yourself in a situation, some things you can do to prepare to at least look at leasing a car. Make sure you have your proof of income. It's nice if you've had a job for at least 2 years at the same place, and your residence is as well, at least 2 years. They're going to be typical for a loan or a lease, and they're not any different. So you want to make sure you have that information and the last 30 days of pay stubs. One of the biggest benefits, if you can get qualified for one of these, is that the vehicle will be under warranty for the entire time you're leasing the vehicle. Instead of getting that long-term loan on an 80,000 mile car and hoping it lasts 6 years, we can get into a vehicle that's brand new, under warranty for the entire time you're making payments on it, which, if you're starting to see this, it just makes life a lot easier. One huge thing you can do to improve your chances of getting approved on a lease if you have challenged credit: obtain a cosigner. Now, I'm going to talk to the cosigners out there because this is a very controversial topic. Should you cosign? Should you not cosign? We're all going to find ourselves in positions like that, especially people with children like myself. It's going to come up. If you're choosing to co-signing for a long-term loan, I believe, is very dangerous because it puts your family member at risk if they have to decide between fixing the car or making the payment. These things happen. Once we're talking about this, right? 80,000 mile car, you start a 6-year loan. At some point, it's going to need a transmission or something's going to happen. And we are forced to decide, do I stop making payments so that I can get a different car? Or do I fix the vehicle with money I really don't have and I might have to take out another loan? This credit situation, if you continue to do it that way, will keep you locked in a cycle. Leasing is completely different. If the cosigner comes in, they help you get the loan. It's a fixed 3-year period, fixed amount of money. And you can confidently say, yes, this is going to be a reliable car because this is under warranty for all 3 years, leaving very little risk to the cosigner and very little risk to the person that's actually making the payments. Now, the biggest benefit is that this is a high credit deal. So that means it's over $10,000 and it's an installment loan. A lease is an installment loan, just like a regular financed car. So how the banks and credit establishments look at it is it's a high loan with an installment loan, meaning every time you make payments on time, specifically over 2 years, your credit score will start to go up tremendously over this 3-year period. So you're not only getting a car to drive for 3 years that's under warranty, you're also repairing your credit. So when you're discussing this with your family or your co-signers, you can always reach out to me and get your questions answered, or you can reference this video because it's an amazing way to rebuild your credit. I have had clients come to me, use a co-signer on one lease, and then they've leased 2 more cars over 6 more years and did not need a co-signer anymore. Now, the big goal is to get that credit built so that you can buy America's dream, which is a house. And that's the best way to build generational wealth in your family. So getting that lease going, building your credit up, and then being able to purchase that house is what I'm always thinking about for you. Now, I hope you like this video today. So the answer to the question is yes, you can lease a car with challenged credit. And if you need help or you have questions, you can put it in the comments. You can message me directly or go to my website. Have a great day, guys.